The guys at iReport.com need your help. They want you to make your own iReport.com promo video. Something like this, only better.
I experience.
I see.
I hear. I hang out. I roll down the driveway. I report for CNN.
If the community votes yours #1, you could win some fancy video equipment and have your promo air on CNN.
Got some fairly ominous cloud formations there.
Doppler Doug Stokes is not your typical storm chaser. He's a budding country music star who's more likely to be singing The Thunder Rolls than rolling into the thunder himself.
Scary, kind of scary looking, it's about to get wet.
He submitted this iReport complete with classy titles.
I'm driving right into that.
Turns out that was an F3 tornado just outside of Nashville.
There's a lot of debris flying around.
Fortunately, Doug didn't get hit by the worst of it, but he was one of the first on the scene.
Oh yeah, we got some down trees here. You guys are seeing this firsthand.
The powerful storm destroyed some homes and caused 5 injuries.
Oh, we got a major tree in the house right there.
Looks like Doppler Doug Stokes has got a real future in storm chasing.
There's no telling how close I was to that tornado.
Wonder what being an iReport star will do for his singing career. This is not a fun park, but floodwaters in Francisville, Louisiana, where iReporter Bonnie Marquette captured these storm victims. And we use that term lightly, making the best of an ugly situation. But it wasn't all fun and games. Tuber Jared Wunstall, seen here, is actually the tow truck owner and had spent time earlier helping a family move their belongings from their flooded home. After a hard day's work, Jared and friends stopped by their local waterlogged watering hole. We're pretty sure that he found that elusive beer somewhere. Cheers, Jared. Nice work. Bathrooms flooded with human waste, lead paint peeling off walls, toxic mold. 15 months fighting in Afghanistan, and this is what soldiers from the 82nd Airborne came home to at Fort Bragg.
I don't need to tell you what the brown water around the floor drain is.
The men of Charlie Company were promised new barracks when they returned. Instead, the old barracks hadn't even been repaired. When Ed Frawley saw the conditions at his son's barracks, he grabbed a camera, put his video on YouTube, and almost immediately it drew national attention.
When I get a little emotional because as an American, I was embarrassed about this. How can we do this to these guys?
Frawley doesn't entirely fault the Army. He says the problem really starts in Washington.
Watching Congress give money to the Army is like watching molasses in Wisconsin in January trying to run down the wall. It just doesn't happen.
Since we spoke with Ed, President Bush has visited the barracks, and Major Tom Earnhardt says the conditions there have vastly improved.
What is the meaning of life? Why do they report power outages on the TV? Can we cry underwater? We all have questions we want answered. One man is using the internet to search for the answer to a question that has been haunting him for years. Do you recognize these handsome devils? They're famous. Famous for being totally unknown. No one seems to know who the heck they are. And one man has made it his life's mission to find out. His name is Kyle.
My brother found it one night when he was surfing somewhere on the internet, the picture, and then he emailed it to me, and I emailed him back, said, "Who are these guys?" He said, "I don't know."
And thus began an obsession. What makes you so curious about these guys?
Well, the picture's amazing. They look like they're having a great time. The one fellow on the far bottom right has 2 watches on, so who knows what's going on with that. That's a big clue, but they seem like a fun group of dudes.
In his curiosity, Kyle went so far as to create website whoaretheseguys.com in hopes that the mystery could be solved. And if anyone can find out who they are, Kyle can. He is well versed in using the internet to achieve the unthinkable. In 2005, he hatched a plan to take a red paper clip and trade it up to riches. He started a blog and wheeled and dealed his way into the Guinness Book of World Records for the most successful internet trade.
I traded that paperclip for a pen shaped like a fish, and then traded the fish for a doorknob.
It took Kyle just 1 year to get from a red paperclip to this house in Kipling, Saskatchewan, Canada. During that year, Kyle was interviewed on CNN, ABC News, and featured on whatever the heck this show is in Japan. The biggest trade, a role in a movie with actor Corbin Burnson.
Corbin Burnson is arguably the greatest snow globe collector the world has ever known. He has 6,500 snow globes, and I found out about this and then offered to trade him a Kiss snow globe for the role in the movie. And he said, not only do I want it, I need it.
Do you still own the house?
Still own the house, yeah.
And that's where this story gets interesting. Would you ever trade the house for the identity, for the key to unlock this mystery?
Potentially, but that's a tough question. It depends. If they're all alive, and you know where all 5 of them are, and if they're as amazing as we all imagine them to be, probably.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us today in our outdoor studio here at Newst to Me.
I'm glad to be there.
Good luck. Hey, Mackenzie, kick that water dish. After the break, a wacky and fun recreation. It could kill you. He's singing in the bathroom, and he's got fans all over the world. Find out what you can do with playing cards if you've got a lot of spare time.